What's up, Hoochies? How are y'all doing? Welcome to episode 3 of Lace Convos with Jew. And of course, I'm your girl, Jew. I know I miss you guys already. I have to get used to this bi-weekly thing. However, we are back on schedule, and this is episode 3 of season 2. Once again, episode 3 of season 2. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. Hi. We're all hoochies here, men and women. But no, this is Lace Convos with Jew, and it's a platform where this is your safe space. This is where you can live your very vivid and bold life and shine bright like a diamond, as my girl Rihanna would say. And live vividly, unapologetically you, and do the damn thing. We're here learning, growing, evolving, releasing. Okay. We are just doing us, and it starts off with me, of course, because it's my platform. But it's basically my love note to myself and to you guys to let you know that you're not in it alone. I make mistakes as well. I have some growing to do each and every day. Um, I love God, but I'm not perfect. Let's keep that in mind. And no one is. However, this platform is to talk about everything. Talk about life. Talk about how we're living it, how we're dealing with it, how we're maneuvering through it, how we are just doing us. So as I always say, if you can't keep it cute, put it on mute. So if this ain't your cup of tea, because it will be a little bit of razzle dazzle when it comes to language. It will be a whole lot of conversation about everything under the sun. So if you're not there yet, mature audience, go ahead and exit stage left or right, whichever way it shows up on your screen. Get me? Okay, cool. But as you can see, it's daytime, and normally I am recording during the night. But your girl got a flight to catch. A lot of stuff has been going on in this last 2 weeks. So yeah, I had to make do. But either way, I wasn't leaving the place without talking to my hoochies. So what's been going on this week? This week or the last 2 weeks, I just recently came back from New Orleans. I was able to go for my family reunion, and that was eventful. I kind of did a 2-in-1 where I had my reunion going on, and I wanted to see my girls. So I invited my girls to New Orleans, and they came down. So it was like friends and family reunion. You see what I'm saying? But it was a good time, and I think it was a time that I needed away from Houston. I'm located in Houston, and anybody, wherever you are, you could be in Tampa, Florida for all I care. If you're constantly seeing the same scenery, sometimes you need a break. You know what I mean? And I needed a break because, baby, my mental, my mental, my mental, my mental. So that's what I decided to do. We went to New Orleans. We were there for a few days. I want to say like 4 or 5 days. My mom was there. I really just wanted to escape and go where the love is already established. I ain't got to look for it. I ain't got to beg for it. I ain't got to, put two and two together to make four. It's already there. And it was a good time. I really did enjoy myself. And let me say this, I also practice establishing boundaries. So I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't know if I talked about this in season 1. I talked so much I can't remember what I talked about. But if I did, let's recap. One of the things that I'm learning about myself in therapy is I don't necessarily I have boundaries in my head, right? But they don't necessarily come out when it comes to communicating them or when it comes to standing on business with them. You see what I'm saying? And so for people that lack, I guess you can't say that, people that lack boundaries and lack showing that they have boundaries, they also don't express or don't always, not express, but don't always respect other people's boundaries. And I'm going to be honest with you, okay? My best friend is one of my biggest um, practices with this. One of my best friends, Jasmine, shout out to my boo. That's my soulmate for real. My soulmate, like my friend's soulmate. We ain't finna be no lovers, but that's my girl. A1 since day 100 million. Yeah. So Jasmine is totally opposite of me in some cases. We're similar, but we're also totally opposite. I'm more of like the social butterfly. Everybody's, coming to me, flocking to me. I'm sociable. I'm always in the know, always in the go, this, that, and the third. Very boisterous. She can be boisterous as well, but hers, she has to warm up to you. And you may have to warm up to her just a little bit. Jasmine is okay with being to herself. Okay. As for me, it's like, okay now, okay. So, if anything, with any relationship, you have to learn what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. You have to learn what other people's triggers are over time, especially if you want a healthy relationship. And so in our friendship, we had to learn each other's points, I guess you can say. And in this later on stage of life or whatever, in this current stage of life, I am currently learning that, if my best friend says she wants to tell me something on her time, that's her time. I can't be probing and asking a million questions. I have to wait until she's ready to tell me. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm that friend that I need point A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. I need it all. If I hear a voice, I need to know who it is. If I see that you say you're going to be at work, but then you at home, what's going on? Because we do share locations. I'm just that friend. I'm very concerned and nosy just a little bit. But I'm learning to respect her boundaries. And what I realize in therapy is my friend isn't saying that she doesn't want me involved in her life. My friend isn't saying that she doesn't want me to know, the ins and out of her day. She's just saying, hey, friend, I'll let you know or I'll tell you when I'm ready. Maybe she hasn't gotten the words to tell me, hey, I'm dating X, Y, and Z, or I plan to go out of town. Maybe she just had, you know what I mean? Maybe she's not prepared, mentally thinking about telling me that. It's nothing against me. You cannot take it personal. You have to learn and respect the person's boundaries. So by me establishing these boundaries and learning her boundaries and being open to like, hey, it's not always about you. It's not always about what you want to know. Don't take it personal. Get out your fifi, use your feelings. It has exposed me to realize that, child, you need to work on your own boundaries. Not everybody needs to know everything. Not everybody needs to be involved in everything. You are not obligated to these people, and these people ain't obligated to you. None of them. So, yeah, that's what I've been working on. And during my reunion, I was able to establish boundaries, especially when I didn't, if I'm not available to do something, I'm just not available to do it. And don't feel bad about it. You're not available. Be okay with communicating that. That's the big point in boundaries. Communicate that. So we all have that boundary in our head. Like, I ain't doing that shit. No, you got the wrong one. Heck no. I don't like the way you talking to me. Oh no, I don't want to hang out with you. I don't have it to give you. That type of thing. But you have to communicate that. And it doesn't necessarily always have to lead to an argument. It could just be communicating. And whether or not that person takes it is on them. Period. Period, poo. So that was really cool seeing me maneuver through boundaries like that, especially in a very familiar setting with, people, with your friends, with your family, with coworkers, just establishing, hey, I have nothing against you. I absolutely still love you. However, I have to establish what I can do, what I cannot do, what I'm comfortable with, and what I'm not comfortable with. So yeah. There's a lesson from my therapist. I told y'all she be working on overtime. If you see this, shout out to my therapist. I can't even talk today. I've had too much tea, okay? Too much tea, coffee. But Shout out to my therapist. That degree be working on overtime because trust me, we go all these years thinking that, everything is fine and this is just my personality and this is just who I am. But the reality is a lot of this is defense mechanisms, a lot of this is trauma, a lot of this is just our experiences being communicated in a different light, evolving and snowballing into bigger issues. I've been seeing this quite often, and it's going to lead me into the conversation that we have next for episode 3. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this on social media and just even in everyday regular conversation. A lot of the things that we experience during childhood, whether it's good, bad, neutral, whatever, um, especially the traumas, right? Especially the traumas or the toxic behaviors that we sometimes unintentionally pick up, learn, um, they transpire over into our adult relationships and how we maneuver through this world and maneuver through society, right? And so what I noticed about myself was um, all of season 1, well, not even just all of season 1, let's be real. My life is more than just season 1 and season 2 of the podcast. I love y'all. Love y'all. Where's the heart? There we go. I love y'all, but my life is bigger than that. And so it's really hard trying to stuff all of my 34 years of life into an episode or a season. You know what I mean? So just go with me here because I'm pretty sure we see eye to eye. What I noticed is a lot of things that I learned unintentionally or that I was exposed to during my childhood, during my teenage years, during, just going through life has transpired into how I maneuver through this adult years of 30 plus, right? And so I don't know why people have this brainiac idea that at 30 you should know it. At 30, you shouldn't be making these mistakes. At 30, you should know everything. You should know the rules of life, period, at 30. And the reality is, no. I don't even know why we think that. I don't know why we think that waking up at 30, I'm going to know how to handle my finances from top to bottom, especially if you was never exposed to that when you were in your younger years. If no one ever discussed a budget with you, that would be very asinine for someone to think that I'm just going to wake up one day and know how to budget. Now, there are some people that say, hey, maybe they see other people doing it and they go and expose themselves of that. However, for the majority, most people just wing it, right? They wing it and figure it out. You learn from your mistakes. Okay, I spent too much money. I got to figure out how to wheel this back in. So this is what I'm gonna say. Season 2, and in this chapter of my life, this season of my life, it's time to right some wrongs. For real, for real. And I know we say this verbally. I know we can mentally think it. I know we can aspire to do it. But let's just put the BS to the side. Cut the chase. Okay? Let's do what we need to do. And I'm talking to myself. And hopefully you too. We're gonna do it together. Okay? I know for sure that God has so many more heights that He wants me to see, right? And He has so many more levels that He wants me to go to. But I know that He has, and I've said this since season 1, I know that He has this idea in mind that if I can't get you to go from level 1 to level 3 or level 1 to level 2, how can I get you to go to level 3? So I need you to accomplish level 1 first, so that way we can go ahead and gradually go to level 2. It's a reason behind the gradual, like procedure. It's a reason behind the chains of command. It's a reason behind the different seasons of your life. However, we have to establish where we are on level 1. We have to establish how we come through the door, what we're bringing to the table. And I don't want to do that whole 50-50 back and forth conversation. What I mean by bringing to the table is, where are we right now? Let's be realistic. What are we looking at from within ourselves? What are we looking at and how are we going to grow from here? How are we going to correct some wrongs from here? right? So, one obviously was boundaries. One of my wrongs was boundaries, lacking them and not enforcing the ones that I had mentally going through my head, but nobody else knew. One, that's important because that literally plays a part in all aspects of your life. If you lack boundaries, you will lack respect for yourself and for the other person. Lacking boundaries allows people to see how, hey, if you ain't got nothing for yourself, it's playground for me. You know what I mean? So that was important. And it's a work in progress. It's not just going to happen overnight. It's not just going to happen, one therapy session and you're good, one book and you're good. It's constant working on it, constant, just developing and figuring out what it is that makes you comfortable. And over time, it may change. Maybe what you were comfortable with when you were a teenager is not that anymore. So yeah, I'm 34 and I just want to do right because I'm sad. Okay, life don't have to be this hard. You know what I mean? Life does not have to be this hard, and I don't think God has brought us to life to just be depressed about stuff that we could totally avoid or stuff that we could totally learn that lesson and move on and grow from that. You know what I mean? Instead of repeating it. Because I'm tired of the cycles. I'm tired of the generational curses and chains. Go ahead and break that. I don't care if it has to start with me, but it will end with me. It will definitely end. It will definitely end. So that's one. We're going to talk about finances. Okay? We're going to talk about that. And I'm going to be transparent as much as I can. Okay? Without giving all y'all my information. But I'm going to be transparent. I want to have some people on here that, that started off as zero. Because everybody going to claim that they got it. They make this bag and they always on their grind and nothing gets tough. Baby, some of us don't have it. Okay? Just the other day, I was in a grocery store and I'm trying to figure out why is blueberries so much. Like, and granted, that's economy, that's just what it is. But how do we equip ourselves to be able to, one, still maintain a healthy, and when I say healthy lifestyle, I mean still being able to take care of yourself comfortably and not just working to be working. And I know for sure God didn't bring me here to just work and come home. You see what I'm saying? But there has to be some type of easy balance. There has to be some type of easy medium. And I want to bring some people in here to give us some breakdown or something. Make the numbers math, okay? Because the numbers ain't mathing all the time. And maybe it's some things that we need to work on. Not even maybe. It is some things that we need to work on. I know for myself, I lack discipline when it comes to budgeting. I really do. I don't know why the money is always there in my head, but it's never there in my bank account. I don't know. I don't know. It never shows up. It never equates to the same thing. So clearly, it's me. I'm the problem. But we gonna get help with that. We're no longer going through the stages of, I'll just tackle that tomorrow. I'll figure it out later. No, we're gonna learn how to save. We're gonna learn how to write, goals in mind when it comes to our fiscal and, financial endeavors and ideas and stuff. Like, I want to own a home, or maybe I don't want to own a home, and that's okay. I want to own land. I want to own, investment property, or I want to invest in stock. I want to learn when it comes to finances because honestly, it empowers us as a people. It empowers me as a woman. It empowers, my family. And it's the beginning to breaking those generational curses and breaking those, just constant chains of, what you don't know, you don't need to know. No, what I don't know, I need to know. There's power in what I don't know. So we're gonna talk about that. And we're not gonna fluff it. Because if I see another social influencer that's saying that they're millionaires, and I'm not saying that there aren't social media influencers that are millionaires, and shout out to those that are. Like, I'm no hater, right? I'm excited for you, baby. Show me. But for the regular degulars, you know, the everyday people that's working out here doing the 8 to 5 or the 7 to 7 or hell the 24 hours. I don't know what you work, but you working your butt off. We need to know. We need to be empowered within ourselves to know how to handle our money. And when we learn to handle our money, when we learn how to do better and be a good steward of our money, we will then see increase. We will then see our money. Okay? Maybe we need that reminder that you can't eat up your money. I'm tired of eating it up. And when I say eating it up, I mean literally eating it up. DoorDash is just DoorDashing me, okay? There's no reason why my grocery bill is $175 every 2 weeks. I don't know who I'm feeding over here but myself. There's a family of one. One. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. But I'm excited about that. So we're gonna have something like that going on. We're gonna talk about self-care when it comes to our skincare, when it comes to taking care of us, baby. Because as you already know, and I welcome everybody of whatever nationality, race, whatever religion, whatever you got going on, I welcome you. Just don't bring no nonsense, because I don't welcome that. But what I'm saying is, I want to talk about us, you know, talk about, you know, the people between the ages of, for real, because I done seen some old looking 18-year-olds, okay? So if you 18 to 40, let's talk about how we gonna get this thing back into rotation. Work on us. Bring the wellness back into place. Work on taking care of our bodies, because baby, I'm unfit, okay? Unfit. I'm unfit to be you. You know how they say you like an unfit parent? I'm unfit to be. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, we doing better, okay? I know we halfway through 2024, and it's okay. Because there's no better time than today. So, period. So we gonna have somebody coming in talking about skincare, talking about vitamins, talking about what you can do to prevent versus let's tackle it and it's already 3 years in and you're dealing with high blood pressure, diabetes, and everything else. Because baby is real out here. And if you notice, because I work in healthcare, of course, but just in general, you see more and more younger people with high blood pressure, with diabetes. That used to be the older people disease. It's in our diets. It's in our wellness. It's in our preventive medicine. It's in our, hey, let me establish some care. Let me get a PCP. I said it in season 1. If you don't have a PCP, if you don't have insurance, you're a liability to me. You are a liability to me. I can't date you. We don't see eye to eye. If you don't have a PCP, you don't care about you. So what you trying to convince me to care about you for? We gotta go to the doctor. And I don't even care if you don't care about Western medicine. Go find a holistic doctor. Go find a doctor. If you tell me the last time you checked your blood pressure was years ago, we have a problem. Because I know I'm not the only one 30 plus, and you wake up and you're like, ooh, my knees. Ooh, my back. Ooh, my eyes. Come on now. It's time to fix this. And I'm talking to myself too. Okay? I'm talking to myself too. None of this is going on deaf ears. I know not for me. This is an echo chamber. When I tell y'all, what I tell me, I'm telling y'all too. Cool, cool. So we're going to have somebody on here talking about wellness. We're going to have somebody on here talking about self-care in general. And self-care ain't always like, oh, I'm going to just go get my nails done. Self-care is, hey, I am going to go out here and take care of, I thought I muted my phone. Y'all, that's my mama. Sorry. Self-care is, hey, I'm going to go out here and, excuse me, granted, I don't have a man, but I'm going to still take care of me. I'm going to still do my due diligence as a woman, and I'm going to do it for me, okay? I'm a fan of getting waxes, okay? I know it might be TMI for some, but we grown. Waxes is a part of my thing, but I'm not going to lie to you. The minute that country man got on my nerves and all that was over, shout out to my wax girl, Queen me in Aesthetics, okay? I'm a tag her in this somewhere. But shout out to her in Houston. I think that's the name of it. I'm a tag it, okay? I know my girl though. But I'm getting back on track. No more dipping and dodging. A little bit of here, a little bit of that. Consistent. I need to be consistent for me. I need to do this for me. Now don't get me wrong, I'ma always be clean. I'ma always do what I need to do down there because we don't live a dirty life there. But what I'm saying is, if I was able to go and do that when I was being intimate with him, when I was dating him, I can do that for me. I should be doing that for me regardless. Granted, did he pay for it? No. I was paying for myself. Okay? I was paying for myself. Which proves another fact. If you can do this, you should be able to maintain it on your own. And I was. So get back to it. Don't stop being the best you because somebody eliminates themselves. It's okay, baby. Pick it back up and keep it moving. So we gonna definitely, maybe I should have her on the show. We gonna hit her up and see if we can have her on the show. Maybe I'll bring y'all along while I'm getting the wax. Y'all not gonna see nothing. I'm gonna tell you right now. So don't log in that day thinking that you're gonna see anything because you're not seeing my pocketbook. This is not OnlyFans. But what we will do is have a conversation. Have a conversation of how, motivating not just women but men as well. Take care of you. Take care of that skin. Because she does more than waxing. Baby, she does facials. She does skin treatment. Go to the dermatologist. You're seeing a lot of acne going on and you can't quite get the skin regimen. Go ahead. Maybe you got too much dandruff going on in the head. Maybe it's a skin condition. Check into that. We are no longer dismissing. We are no longer ignoring red flags or symptoms. Okay? Because we'll do that in the quickness. I know I will. Okay? I know I will. So yeah, that's what we're doing for that. I'm gonna also have my girl. Shout out to Tamisha Nicole. Okay, Tamisha Nicole is one of my really good friends from Chicago. She is also an esthetician as well, and I want her to listen, sis. I'm tired of winging it when it comes to the makeup. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I need to learn. Granted, I look good. I look good. And I be putting two and two together. And sometimes it don't quite equal out to 4. It be equal out to like 2 and 3. Sometimes 0. However, I need her to show me. Show us. Let's do a class together. Let's talk about it. Show us just an everyday 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Because we're not out here trying to get chose. If we do get chose, that's fine. But we're not trying to get chose. We're trying to just do us. Live us. Be us. Shine bright. So show us how to maintain that. Show us how to do that. You know what I mean? So we're going to have her on here. Here's the funny part. Half of these people have no idea that we're going to be doing this, but they're going to know. They going to know. They going to know. So look forward to it. It's going to be really fun. And my idea is to collaborate with a lot of people here. I know many, many different people. And it's not to clout chase. It's not to, throw out names and numbers. It's to just tell you that in life, you can't do life alone. You can't do life alone. And everybody has a reason and a season in your life. And it's up to you to utilize the people that God puts into your life for a reason and for a season. And I'm not saying take advantage, but I'm saying know your strengths and know your weaknesses and know those around you. So that way you can empower each other. I know that it's going to always be bigger than me. So my platform will always be available to any and everyone. I don't care if I have one damn listener. There's one somebody I touched. So imagine if I touch one somebody and they touch somebody and they touch somebody. It just keeps going. And that's what we doing over here on Lace Convos with you. We keeping it going. So yeah, we're gonna have that. Then I got a friend, she's a vegan and she's a therapist. I want to come on here because baby, we need to get this noggin straight. We can look good, we can feel good, but we need to be able to think good. You know what I mean? We need to be able to maneuver through life and be able to maintain our sanity. Because, baby, when I say I almost ended up on Snap, okay, all right. We need to get control of those intrusive thoughts, because what I'm noticing is the intrusive thoughts become crazy ass situations. And people are losing lives. People are risking everything. I got way too much to risk to be out here playing with you. I know it's funny for me to say I almost ended up on Snap, but baby, it ain't worth it. But it's people out here that maybe, they ain't second guessing it. You play with them and you gonna get played with. You gonna get dealt with, rather. So I want to talk to us. I want to break it down. I want the younger generation to hear this so that way you can avoid the chaos. And even if you have, tapped into the chaos, it's okay. We all have. Clearly, we're here. Nobody's perfect. So let's cut the bull. Nobody is perfect. Even if you do believe in God, whatever the case is, and I hope you do, because I believe in my Lord and Savior. But here's the thing. God knows that we are not perfect. And it's not to give you an excuse to be out here all crazy and wild, but it's to prove a point that there is room for growth and room for improvement for everybody. So don't come over here holier than thou. If you're holier than thou, this ain't for you. Lace Convos is not for you. You shouldn't even be clicking on it. Okay? All right. I'm gonna have her come on here, cause listen, when I say she begins me together in our own personal conversations, she really do, and she keeps it a buck, And I just want to talk about, just well-being when it comes to the mental, some good points and steps of like how we can maintain our insanity, or maintain our sanity, not insanity. Our sanity when it comes to work and balancing kids and balancing, social life, friends, relationships. Giving us some pointers of, what does wellness look like when it comes to the mental aspect? What does, we talk about preventive care, excuse me, preventive care for our health, like our body, our physical, but what is the preventive care for mental? Like, what are some things that we can do on a daily or weekly or hell, 2 times a day? I don't know. Give us some. Do we need a Wellbutrin? Tell me, what is it? Sorry, y'all. I don't have COVID, so let's be clear, because the numbers are rising. So I heard. But anywho, that's not why we're here today. But yeah, I want to talk about that, and I'm gonna have some friends on here that's talking about different lifestyles. I want to learn. I want to learn. I want to evolve. I want to grow. I just have so much in mind. Then I have this really awesome idea. I can't wait for you guys to check out this episode as well. Listen, clearly I'm single right now, and I'm okay with that because baby, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Don't take me too fast. But I'm also in this season where it's one thing being single and just being like content with it or whatever, like whatever. But it's another thing being single and appreciating that season. And I think I'm trying to get to that point. And so I have a young lady that I've known since kindergarten. And she is so dope. She started this her own movement. And it was just something on a personal thing. And I feel like it can go to so many heights when it comes to that. But her movement of appreciating her singleness and her single season is so damn dope. So I want to have her on. I want to do something really exciting about that. So just know we have a lot in store for season 2. We have a lot in store for 2024. We have a lot in store for life, okay? Because I'm your best friend for life. We in this together. This is just the beginning. These little videos, and I love them, don't get me wrong, but this is just the beginning. Just imagine where I'm going to be when I get on TV. And when I get on TV, I'm going to be the same damn person, period. When I first heard Tabitha Brown, she told her story, and her story was, especially when she made it to TV, she was like, I'm not changing myself. She went through that season of trying to fit in and mold herself to what other people thought she should be. Those days are gone. So where I am now at 34, one, I'm tapping into who I always was. I suppressed it during my younger years because I thought I was obligated to act a certain way, or I needed to show a certain face in front, a facade. And when I got grown and started paying my own bills, I realized that nobody, nobody gives a damn. You know what I mean? And the people that do, they should be focused on them. You know. And so I have this mindset now where it's just like, if you don't pay a bill, you haven't bought a seat. You haven't bought a seat. You haven't bought a ballot to vote. That's how it works over here. It's not democracy. You have to pay to play. So if you haven't helped feed me, take care of me, keep the lights on, because baby, Ambit is ridiculous. If you live in I'm gonna say history. If you live in Houston, Ambit is not the place to go. Don't choose it. But if you ain't paying that, baby, I hear you. I may not agree. I'm gonna respect you. But me considering your opinion, and it's okay. That's my boundary. You know what I mean? That's my boundary. And here's another thing. I'm not saying don't be open to wisdom, because you get wisdom from many different people. I have this philosophy in my brain that when it comes to friendships, I always want friends that are younger than me, same age as me in my peer group, and older than me. I want to be able to have that mixed perspective, right? I want to be able to give back to those that are younger than me, and hell, they keep me hip. You know what I mean? Two, I want to be able to connect and relate to my peer group. You know what I mean? We have the same struggles. We see the same things. We are aware. We have experienced some of the same things. And three, I need that wisdom. Let's sit knee to knee, auntie. Tell me what it is. But here's what they don't remind you. Taking advice from everybody is a death wish. Okay? And when I say death wish, I mean a death wish on you living your unapologetic life. It's like me saying, ooh, I want to go to Greece. I can't wait to go to Greece. And then I go and ask somebody that has never been on an airplane, that has never been outside of the street they live on, what you think about me going to Greece? What you think they gonna say? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that person may not be positive, but what I'm saying is you have to take everybody's opinion as a grain of salt. Apply it when it's needed. Sometimes it's a little bit too saucy, so baby, I don't need you today. And sometimes it's just right. You gon' put the cherry on top. But be very mindful of that, because what a lot of people do, and we all have been victim of it and all have done it, we project, even when we don't realize it. And that projection snowballs into someone either dismissing what could be a life change for them, or taking to heart and really triggering them of where they are and where they want to go. So be mindful of that. If you ain't got the wisdom to match up to what they asking you, keep that mouth closed. I'm learning when people ask me advice and it's not one of my, like, if somebody asks me about a relationship, baby, I can't tell you. I can only tell you that I can give you one or two. I'd have been on a million and one first, second, third, fifth dates. I can give you a million and one advice on dates, okay? But when it comes to relationships, I'm not that girl. I'm not that for you. I'm still learning. I haven't mastered that. And people have to understand. You have to know your strengths and your weaknesses and fall in place with that. Don't be out here jacking other people's lives up because you just feel like, oh, it's a mic in front of me and they ask me and I'm going to tell them. Tell them what? Where did you get this from? What? Be quiet. So keep that in mind. Advice from everybody is not always the best thing. Go with the advice of what you see. You know what I mean? If you have advice, if you need advice about love, go to those couples that you have seen, that you have experienced, that you can feel the love. Ask them. That's like going to a woman asking her advice about a man. And when I say a man, like how to be a man. She's not a man. There you have it. That's how I feel about it. So my days of asking everybody or allowing everybody to give me their opinion and me taking it to heart, Child. Mm-mm. We're not doing that no more. And there's that. So that's what I wanted to talk about in episode 3. I want to tell us, let's cut the cards. Let's cut the BS. Let's keep it, okay? Me and you are in the same category. We're learning. We made some mistakes. We done bedazzled some red flags. We just sat here and played Investigator Gadget. Almost ended up on Snap. Ran off on the plug with the budget. Might be on a pill or two. Because, your pressure high. You're drinking too much juice or sweets. We self-medicating with alcohol and we need to be in therapy. We need to go work out. We're getting it together. We're getting it together. One day at a time. It's on your time, baby. Nobody else's. Once again, this is a reminder for me and for you. So y'all ready? Because I'm ready. So that's really all I had to say today. Maybe I'll add some clips of me going through the airport. I don't know. But I love y'all. And I appreciate y'all so much for rocking with me. The amount of support that I've gotten from season 2, season 1. If you're new here and you have no idea who I am, go back and watch season 1. That was some good content. It's going to be even better this season. It's a one-man show over here, a one-woman show over here. However, I do have people behind the scenes helping me. Shout out to my producer, Brian. Shout out to my cousin, DeAvine. Shout out to my friends and my family. The amount of love that I got in my family reunion for my podcast. Oh my God, overwhelming. I loved it. And that was empowering for me. I actually told my therapist that this week, knowing that I allowed myself to be vulnerable on this platform is one big accomplishment, right? 2, showcasing that in front of everybody. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. When I first came up with this idea, I was very limited on who could have access to this. Because I was nervous about how will they perceive it? What will they say? Oh my God, they never heard me curse. Girl, you grown as hell. Child. The same way them people had to go through their journey, you going through it. And you're finding happiness in it. Yeah, I look crazy now. I sound crazy. Yeah, I went on a couple of really bad dates. However, the end goal is going to blow your mind. You just wait for it. And everybody has to go through that process. Nobody started off at perfect. Nobody will be perfect. Nobody started off as success. You have to go through a couple of failures in order to recognize what success looks like. We're not striving for perfection. We're striving for excellence. Remember that. It is not my desire to go. But I love y'all real bad. Don't forget, play catch up on season 1, season 2. That country man is out of the door, so we on to bigger and better things, literally. There's always a better thing, okay? But I love y'all real bad. I hope you guys have a really good weekend, a really good week. Follow me on all social media. I'm really trying out here, but I need y'all to follow me, share me. If you see anything, like it, comment. Don't be nervous. I talk back. I interact. I do all that. I probably follow you, okay? So just come on. It's Lace Convos with you on all platforms. I'll have it tagged all over. Brian, do your work. Not do your work, but do your magic is what I meant to say. But yeah, so I really hope y'all are good and blessed. Remember, keep it cute or put it on mute, but always, we gonna keep it lace. And when I say lace, I mean we gonna be transparent. We gonna keep it real, and we ain't doing all that BS. Love y'all, Hoochies. Y'all be good. See y'all next time. And by next time, I mean in 2 weeks. So play catch up, watch this, and see y'all later. Bye.